Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning live into the workshop hosted by the Flutie Foundation. We're so excited to have you tune in today. If you're tuning in from Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, make sure you put in the comments that you're watching and we'll give you a live shout out during the show. This is a very, very special live show today. We're actually in Bridgeport, Connecticut at Team Woofgang Co, as you can see from this picture behind me, and we have a very, very exciting show lined up. So we will be meeting the team members from Team Woofgang Co, and we have a very, very special host today too. Alana is going to be hosting. She's from Spectrum of Sound, so I'll introduce her later. But first, we're going to kick it off with a tour at Team Woofgang Co. So I'm going to introduce the executive director from Team Woofgang, Amy, and as well as team member Harry. They're going to take us on their tour of what's going on at Team Woofgang, and we're just going to jump right into it. Okay, so come on, let's go.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Hi.
Hi, Harry. How's it going?
Good, you?
Good. Okay, so
Good.
show us what's going on at Team Woofgang today.
Let's start with where we make the dough. So all of our team members come in, and just like it was a real job, they get their temperature checked, they do their sign-in, they put on their aprons, they get a name tag, and they leave their cell phones back in the break room, and then we come out and we start making dog treats. What happens here, Harry?
Well, here's where the dry ingredients are, and this is where we do the wet ingredients. The egg, vitamin C water, and right here is the mixing bowl where we mix all the ingredients together.
Great. And then once we have dough that is the right consistency, we take it over to our prep table. And why don't you tell us what we do over here?
Well, here is where we have cookie sheets here, and we stamp the dog treats, and we roll them up into balls and stamp them.
Yep. And what do we make sure we do before we stamp them? We use the scale?
We use the scale to weigh them. We do want to make sure it's too small or too much. It could be 0.9, 1.0, 1.1.
And that's so that they're consistent, right?
They're
Which
consistent.
means they're not too big and they're
not too small.
Yep.
Not too big, not too small. They're just the right size.
And then we have to be very careful because the next thing we do is we use
The oven to bake them.
Yep. And what do we always do before we open the door?
We
Make sure that everybody knows.
make sure everybody knows. Make sure we're not near it when it's being open.
And that's kitchen safety, right?
You don't want to get burned.
Correct. Absolutely. So then they dry for us here. And if we go over after they dry appropriately, the first thing we do overnight, Harry, is we put them in the refrigerator. And it's all the eggs are stored for kitchen safety.
All the dog treats you see here are also stored here as well.
And the other thing we do at the production site is make sure that they're ready for boxing.
Ready for boxing.
Woo! Look at that.
All these dog treats are ready for boxing and ready to be sold.
So they've been weighed and measured and prepackaged, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I think it's really fun to say that our activity room, what kinds of things might we do in here?
Well, we would take the break room. We would play a game. We do blankets and tug toys.
Yep. So we make the blankets for dogs and the tug toys, and it helps with our fine motor skills. You tie knots.
You tie knots, yeah.
Yep, and teamwork, because sometimes somebody has to help, right?
Yeah.
Hold it while the other person does that. That's great. And I think it's kind of cool if we show them
Amy, are you a caster?
that we also take our aprons and we put them back in the break room.
We put our aprons here, right here. We hang them up here. Hang them up here.
And some people even do the laundry, don't they?
Some people do the laundry. Which the laundry's right here. And we put all the aprons that have been used, we put them in there to wash.
So lots of life skills too, huh?
A lot of life skills. Lots of life skills.
And cleaning the bathroom, checking the bathroom.
Checking the bathroom. And here we get name tags, we sign, or note cards where we sign in. Today's date, the time you get in, and before you leave, you sign out the time you leave.
That's right. Great. How many cookies do you make a day?
Woo!
I would say a couple hundred.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Probably between both shifts, we usually make about 3 to 6 different trays, and then we have 2 different sizes. So after they come out of the fridge, you guys put the boxes together.
Huh?
You put the treats in the boxes.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then we package them, and we put a tape on it. We put a sticky thing on it so it covers it. So we put a the date on it when they were packaged.
Yep, so we have a best if used by.
That's abused by. That's abused by. We have the date on there so that people would know when it's packaged. That's abused by.
Well, at the Flutie Foundation, we have a lot of dog lovers, specifically Lori Flutie. So after we're done our tour here, we're gonna hop over to your retail store and stock up on some dog treats.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
And go online.
Yes.
Woofgangco.org.
Woofgangco.org. Place your orders now. Awesome.
Do you want to talk to Harry a little bit more?
Yeah. So first, we're gonna introduce our host. So let's go over here. Okay, so we just had a great tour. Thanks, Harry. That was awesome. But before I introduce our host for today's show, I want to give a huge thank you to our presenting sponsors from Justly. This show would not be possible without the generosity of our presenting sponsor, Justly. They are a registered broker-dealer with a crowdfunding platform that provides investors of all sizes access to privately held companies. The companies on the Justly platform do the right thing and have a focus on solutions that improve the environment, social justice, and corporate governance. So thank you so much to Justly. Don't forget, if you're watching from home, comment. I see we have already people commenting. We have Ryan Lundy from Palm Beach. That sounds beautiful. I hope you're enjoying your time at Palm Beach. Thanks for tuning in. Nick Savarese, our executive director, is tuning in. He couldn't be here today. I know he has FOMO from West Virginia. I don't know why he's in West Virginia, but thanks for tuning in, Nick. That's great. So this is an interactive show. So if you have any questions, make sure you comment in the live chat on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, and make sure you share the show with all of your friends. So now I want to invite on our host. So I would love to introduce Alana Leventhal. So Alana, come on up. Alana is from Trumbull, Connecticut. She's an autism self-advocate who recently joined our choir, Spectrum of Sound, and she got to perform at the Lincoln Center for World Autism Acceptance Day. And she's also an artist. So Alana, how are you doing today? Here, let's switch. You want the mic?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good. Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Alana. I'm co-in a transition program with Trumbull. I make stencil t-shirts and I want to be a medical assistant. I'm pleased to be here today at Team Woofgang in Fairfield, Connecticut. Team Woofgang is a nonprofit committed to empowering adults with disabilities for vocational and lifelong learning opportunities. Their team produces and sells high-quality dog treats, pet toys, as well as apparel, gifts, and accessories for pet parents. Thank you for hosting us, Team Woofgang, at your headquarters. Mostly we'll hear from my fellow team member at Team Woofgang.
Harry. So we're going to bring on Harry again, but before we bring on Harry, Alana, do you want to show everyone your stencil shirt?
This is my stencil shirt.
And you made this?
Yes.
When did you start making stencil shirts? During COVID?
I started making stencil shirts during COVID.
Oh, amazing. They look beautiful. And did you give them to your friends and family?
Yes, I did.
That's amazing. Great. Okay, so without further ado, we'll bring on Harry, and Alana is going to interview team member Harry. Hey, Harry. Welcome back.
All right, thank
You
you.
can take
Thank
my
you so
place
much for
right in
inviting
front
me.
of the logo.
Perfect. Wait.
Oh, yeah, here. And then
We're gonna
Alana.
leave this here.
Might be a little embarrassed.
Oh, no, you're doing great. Alana, do you want to read from here?
You know that you're gonna just talk.
Yeah.
Okay? She'll read and you talk.
Can you introduce yourself and your role at Team Woofgang? How old are you? Where are you from?
My name is Harry Fisk. My role at Team Woofgang is to make the dog treats. I'm 26 years of age, and I'm from Fairfield, Connecticut.
Talk to me about what an average day for you looks like when you're shipping at Team Woofgang. Walk us through your day.
Well, when I get here, I sign in. I also put an apron on, a name tag, wash my hands, and start making the dog treats. I use the dry ingredients and I use the wet ingredients and mix them. And then I take the dough out, roll them up into balls, and stamp them.
What is your favorite task or job at Team Woofgang and why?
My favorite task at Team Woofgang is making the dog treats because I like stamping them. I really like stamping them, and I like seeing all my friends here.
Being part of a team and having a sense of belonging is so important. How is the team atmosphere at Team Woofgang? Do you do any team activities and have any team incentives?
Yes, we do bunco at Fairfield Prep, and we also help out at the farmers markets in Fairfield, and we also have the beach bash at the beach in August.
What is one thing that you want people to know about living and working with autism or disability?
Well, even though I have autism, I still want to be able to work, make money, and work hard and do my best. All right, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Harry. Great job.
Nice job.
Way to
Harry.
go. Thanks, Alana.
Way to go.
Okay, so up next, I am pleased to introduce Andrea Faulkner, who is our new Flutie Foundation Board Member from Jersey Mike's, New England. She is here today at Team Woofgang with us, and she's very passionate about promoting inclusion and acceptance for people with autism and other disabilities. Oh, thanks, Alana. Even within her own Jersey Mike's store in Simsbury, Connecticut. So we also have Jersey Mike's subs, which we'll bring up right now. And we'll introduce Andrea. We'll bring her up front to the camera. Okay, awesome. So Andrea, welcome. How are you doing today?
Hi, nice job. I love your shirt. I'm good. How are you?
Good. So Andrea, we just picked up Jersey Mike's subs for Team Woofgang from Bridgeport, Connecticut. So how do you feel about providing nonprofits in your local area giving back lunch?
Yeah, no, it's a great opportunity and it's a great partnership, and we look forward to being able to help local organizations that help, kids with autism and adults with autism, and we look forward to continuing the partnership with the Flutie Foundation and hopefully can do more with Woofgang.
Great. And do you want to talk a little bit more about the importance of building an inclusive community and Jersey Mike's core value of giving back to the community they serve?
Yeah, absolutely. So Jersey Mike's, we really are based on culture and having a good culture and inclusive culture. So by hiring, we typically try to hire people versus somebody with experience. We always say we can teach anybody to make a sandwich. So really being able to hire individuals with great personalities and inclusive personalities has given us the opportunity to build an inclusive environment. We have three adults that have autism that work in our Jersey Mike's, and it's just made the rest of the crew around them better people for it. And also we give back to the community. So by having such good crew members, it gives us the opportunity to be involved in our community, which, then in turn helps our customers come in, and then, we're able to give back to our community.
Love it. Thank you, Andrea. So we are actually really excited to make a special announcement to Team Woofgang Co today. Thanks to amazing partners like Jersey Mike's who are passionate about giving back and making a difference in their community, we will be providing Team Woofgang Co with Jersey Mike's subs once a month throughout the summer. So June, July, and August, stop by Bridgeport, Connecticut, pick up your Jersey Mike's for lunch and enjoy. Awesome. Thanks so much, Andrea. Okay, so now we're going to bring back Alana and Amy, the CEO of Team Woofgang, for a special interview. So I'll bring back on Alana and Amy.
Hi. Thanks, Jersey Mike's.
Thanks, Liz. I am pleased to introduce the Executive Director of Team Woofgang, Amy Tono. Amy and I will be conducting an ESG assessment brought to you by our sponsor, Just Late. An ESG assessment measures the company's long-term commitment to environmental, social, and governance goals. We are doing a environment, but today it's about enabling success. Amy, how has Team Woofgang enabled team members to be successful?
Well, we really meet the team member where they are, number one, and we look for ways that we can just build independence. So it's really about moving each team member to a greater sense of independence each day that they come to us, and we take that at their pace and at their ability level.
S usually stands for social, but today it's about satisfaction of team members. Describe the impact that team members and neurodiversity in general have on the culture of Team Woofgang.
Well, that's a great question. So we like to say that we feel successful when we see our team members smiling and interacting and really having a good time. I think that's something that we feel passionately is something everyone deserves, is to have a sense of accomplishment and a sense of community. So I think that's what we strive to accomplish here.
Whoa.
Do you G usually stands for corporate governance, but today it's about good business. With happy team members, how is that translated into good business for Team Woofgang?
It really makes everything you gain that from everybody else, so it becomes contagious. That when people feel prideful, when they feel part of their community, when they can interact effectively, it's sort of this contagious effect. So we like to say that we want to find opportunities for our team members to interact and educate and provide access to the community, and therefore the community does the same in response. So whether it's at a farmer's market and they sell the treats, they can really see the impact that their purchase makes because it's providing all of this, and we have a commitment of providing our services free of charge. Or maybe it's in the retail store and somebody comes in and they learn a little bit more about how that experience can really benefit their lives. And so we find it to be a really interactive and contagious way that our community can interact with the community at large, and the community at large can interact with our community. And I think that's good for both the people and the business.
That was a fun ESG assessment with Team Woofgang. I love learning about your amazing team members and how an neurodiverse workforce can be a competitive business advantage and a great place to work.
Yay! Thanks,
Awesome. Great job. Thank you so much, Amy and Alana. So right now, I'm going to ask Amy to hop back in for a minute. But also, I don't know if any other Woofgang team members want to come in and pop in and say hi. That's totally up to you.
Well, I'm sure they would. Do you want to just
Yeah,
give a call?
yeah, you want to give a call.
All right.
And then,
Does
so,
anybody want to pop in and say hello?
and don't forget, I'm going to shout out some comments in the chat right now. So keep the comments coming.
Lean in this way.
Okay, here. So this is the camera. You want to say hi, say your name? Oh, right there.
This way. Here you go. Tell them your name
Hi, I'm Matt, and I like Humboldt World.
and where are you from?
Easton, Connecticut.
Easton. Awesome. How old are you?
22.
Nice. And can you tell us something you really like about coming to Woofgang?
Dog treats.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. Jesse, do you want to come in? Hi, Jesse. Hi. You look right there. Tell them your name.
My name is Jessica,
Awesome. And how old are you?
20.
And where do you live?
I live in Trumbull.
Perfect. And is there something you can share with us that you really like about Team Woofgang?
My favorite part about Woofgang is staff like Paul.
Stamping the paws onto the treats?
Yeah.
Amazing. Thanks,
Love
Jesse.
Thanks, Jesse.
Ryan, do you want to say hi?
Dr. Soda.
Stand right there.
Like Stragnona?
This is Ryan.
Like Stragnona?
Stregonona. I love Stregonona. Stregonona
Ryan.
makes the pasta.
Amazing. Ryan, where do you live?
Trumbull.
And do you know how old you are?
I'm 20 years old.
26. Perfect. What do you like about Team Woofgang?
Woofgang, I like to.
Biscuit.
And who eats the biscuits?
Cookies.
Who eats them? People
People.
or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs. Right.
Good job, Ryan.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
It's time for that.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Nice job, Ryan.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Amy.
You're
So
welcome.
here are I have some dog treats here. So how can people follow Team Woofgang or purchase things from your store?
Yeah, so we are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn and YouTube channels. So please, as you follow everybody at Flutie Junior Foundation, follow us as well. We have a retail store in downtown Fairfield, right next to the post office on Post Road. You can come in and get pet treats. You can also get different apparel and fun things for adults and people
Love
too.
it.
And then go to our website. You can order all of our treats online at woofgangco.org.
Perfect. And I'm just going to give one last shout out to anyone in the chat right now. We'll see who's joining us. We have Ryan who said, "Go Alana." Let's give it up for Alana. She
Go,
did a great
Alana.
job hosting today. Awesome. And we have Shauna from Ohio. Thank you so much for watching. Well, that wraps up the workshop episode 5. So stay tuned. We'll clip some content and we'll post it later. But thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will see you at the next episode.